You ready to start fighting for real?
Alright. Well, technically... Oh, hold on. I need to set my Elgato capture window to not do noise. There we go. I jumped and then heard a terrible 3-second or 1 second delayed echo of Link jumping, and I became a fear. We have all the runes. We could go get the paraglider and advance the game, but I'm thinking before you get the paraglider, because you can't leave the Great Plateau, there's no blood moon, and a blood moon happens like once a week in game, and it's when all the enemies and non-chest items and stuff respawn. So I want to see if we can clear the entire Great Plateau of treasure and enemies before we go get the paraglider and trigger blood moons. So all of my futile attempts to make y'all think I'm cool. Is it working? Okay, we have to put a bomb here, and then no, I'm not using. I've already been yelled at once by Peppy Hare. I need to start using bombs wisely. He won't tolerate any more dissent. Alright, so we are going to magnesis you. Then we're going to detonate this bomb. And see if that's enough force to get you off of there. Okay, it's not. I guess we might have to actually use this sledgehammer for a couple of thwacks. But, I mean, a bomb a day keeps the boulder at bay. Or sometimes. Actually, I wonder if it would be easier to blow it in the other direction. Optimal boulder trajectory. I do want to save our sledgehammer, though, for fighting giant rock monsters. So tell you what we're going to do. We're going to be extra cheap. We're going to stasis you, blow up this, throw one of these at it, blow up that. This should get back up. We'll throw one of those at it. And it was... Ah, damn it. I thought it would be just enough. We have to do this frugally now. One hit from this hammer is a lot of investment, y'all. You don't understand. The thing if I put both bombs here... Now, Peppy, bear with me for a second. My God, I'm just a novice learning how to use bombs wisely. Will they both detonate simultaneously? Stop rolling. Why do spheres roll? God damn it. You're the worst shape. I hate you, sphere. There we go. So now if we stasis this shit, then detonate this shit, then detonate this shit. Okay, they both detonate it simultaneously. We're just going to have to try to throw both of them over there before the thing runs out. Probably not going to be able to. Okay, that was enough. We did it, kids. We did it, kids. We saved a hit from our hammer. And the fattest bow. No, our bow inventory is so full. Oh, well, it was for nothing. Or was it? Well, you know what? This bow will be here in this chest when we use up this bow to kill enemies on the plateau. So, technically I don't look like an idiot on YouTube. Alright. There are things to be had, and I'm just the man to have them. There's a secret cave down there that we can get into now. We have bombs that we are going to very wisely use. We could climb down calmly and effectively, or we could drop like an idiot and keep pressing up and hoping that Link grabs the edge before he takes fall damage. My God, Link. Give me a fucking heart attack. Alright, Link, this is a regulation crawling alongside of a mountain. I don't want any of your antics. He's like, I have no control over my life. I'm one of those deaf mutes. I'm like, well, you're not deaf because you heard me talking. And you're not, I don't even know his name. The douchebag from Catcher in the Rye. Douchebag McGee. I want to say Salinger, but that's the guy who wrote Catcher in the Rye, right? I've never read Catcher in the Rye. I don't see a reason I would need to, because I've seen Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, which I think is a direct anime adaptation of Catcher in the Rye's plot. Salinger was talking about the human condition and teen angst via the means of cyborg robot ladies who have to get their tits out to become invisible. Although in the TV show, the Major doesn't have to be naked to be invisible, does she? I don't know. In the movie of Ghost in the Shell, and I'm talking about the original animated movie, not the Scarlett Johansson one, She has to be super naked to be invisible. And also, she, like, gets blown the fuck up by a tank. After she tries to, like, pull the hatch off of it and, like, her arms rip off. It's fucking metal as shit. Literally, because it's a fucking tank. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to murder both of you with a bow. And I'm going to do it in a very cool John Wick-esque manner. Shisha! Alright. Oh, God, I need a weapon. We did it! We saved the... I don't know. I run out of things to quote SpongeBob with. Alright. Alright. Well, that Boko Club is there. That's a thing. Here's the cave I was talking about earlier. In case you forgot, since I've gone on 3 different rants. It's so pretty. Please be an item that I can take. I want that, and I have it. Fire arrows. I'm trying to remember the controls. This is, full disclosure, this is my second play session. The first 4 episodes came from the first play session. I had to stop because I had to go eat, because you could probably tell from listening to the video, but I got hungry and sad. And by that, I got very tired. I think it ended with me yelling at y'all about a sledgehammer or something. See, now that we have bombs, we don't need woodcutter axes. We have explosives. Man, if I was a lumberjack, that's how I would cut down trees. I'd go out in the woods. I'd get up in the morning, put on my flannel shirt and my toboggan, and be like, "Oh, the woods, she called to me. Jean-Pierre Tenfey." And I'd go traipsing out in the woods, and I'd be like, "Alouette, Jean-Pierre, alouette, alouette," the French words. And then I would just pull out a fucking stick of TNT and just start hurling it into the woods. This comes from the assumption that all lumberjacks are burly French Canadians. And I take that point of view just because of episode of Ren and Stimpy. If you all know what episode of Ren and Stimpy I'm thinking about, then leave it in the comments. It introduced me to the concept of the spiny tree lobster, which still horrifies me to this day. Ren and Stimpy was fucking horrifying, dude. You kids that didn't grow up in the 90s might not remember it. You know what I had to say about it, though? Good show. Okay. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Oh, there's a Korok seed I forgot on top of this. I need to go see if Feroce is coming out of the lake so I can be horrified by it, because he comes out at dawn sometimes. He's not. What if he was? What if Feroce just popped above that cliff right there? I would shit my pants so hard that I would smack into the Wii U and it would somehow corrupt the game's programming and allow Link to shit his pants. Fat pigeon. I want to kill that fat pigeon, but arrows are such a valuable commodity right now. It's truly... Tell you what, let's see if we can blow that fat pigeon up with a bomb. Because it would be very vindictive. Vindicative. It'd feel good. Oh! No! Lizard Coon! Damn it. Miyazaki would be like, "What is the outrage? I'm blowing up a fat pigeon with a bomb." I like that Miyazaki is still watching me play it, because obviously Hidetaka Miyazaki watches all Tenfey videos. Why wouldn't he? He's my secret #1 enemy. The relationship between me and Miyazaki can be best summarized by the episode of Cowboy Bebop where Spike meets the cowboy guy that's basically a clone of him and they fucking hate each other. That's me and Miyazaki's relationship. How you doing? I want to drop a rock on your head. Why can't I pick this rock up? I want to drop it on his head. Damn it. Damn you, Korok. You took everything from me. Don't forget, if we're going to kill everything on the plateau, our final boss is lurking over here with hate in his heart. Look at you. I'm going to mark you. What if that laser, like, destroyed him? It's like fucking Congo. It'd be beautiful. It'd be like defeating Quiet with supply crate dogs. You know what I need to be doing while I'm running through the fort? Not with a claymore, Jesus. I need to be cutting grass and getting restless crickets because they're very important. And very inexpensive. Doug's like, "Mr. Dink, why are you doing whirlwind sword attacks in your backyard?" And he's like, "Douglas, I'm collecting restless crickets." And Doug's like, why don't you buy them from whatever fucking Sky Mall you buy all your other shit from? He's like, because my wife left me, Douglas, and took everything. Everything. She's the fucking mayor now. And Doug's like, oh no, it's the ABC second part of Doug. We're ruined. Oh no, Roger won the lottery. Oh, my sleeves are baggier. No. No. He's just screaming. And I accidentally raped Patty Manning. Oh wait, it's a different webcomic I saw once. Seriously, like 80% of this game is cutting the grass. Insert humorous Zelda webcomic where Link is cutting grass. And also he's a gray cat for some reason. Does VG Cat still update? It can't. There's no fucking way VG Cats updates. You know what we have to do? We have to stop right now. And I have to grab my phone and go to VGCats.com and talk about the latest comic. But heaven forbid I actually play a video game on the Tenfey channel. VG Cats. Oh, there's something Zelda related, of course. Let me click on this shit. We're sorry the page can't be found. That's appropriate. Oh, no, wait. Mamma Mia is the name of the newest VG Cats comic. I'm going to click on it. Bear with me, Link. He's staring directly at me. I don't remember if I pointed Link that way before I looked down. Okay. There's a lady with a purse or a bag walking with a smartphone. And then Mario flies into her head going, wahoo! And then, Mom to be? I think it's implying that he entered the woman and she became pregnant with him because in the third panel, she's wearing a dress that says Mom to be with a mustache on it and Mario's hat is on top of her belly. That's fucking horrifying. Ugh. Why did I go back to VG Cats? This is terrible. This playthrough is ruined. There are two reasons we want Restless Crickets. The first is they can be made into stamina restoring elixirs, which are very important when you're trying to climb towers and mountains and shit. And the second reason is we need at least 5 because we're going to dye something green later. Spoiler. Also, they... a good way to make money in this game is to make stamina elixirs. We'll get to that later. I'm just telling you that I want the crickets. Why are y'all gonna fucking jump down on my fucking case about this shit? Alright, that's enough crickets for now. We're back to the game. What are we doing? Back to the lab again, yo. I should probably... It's the hardest part of Breath of the Wild, y'all. I'm telling you. Is min-maxing your weapon usage. Okay, there's shit in the mountains we want. There's shit not in the mountains that we want. I think there's a beehive over there around those enemies, isn't there? We're going to make a beeline for that beehive. This has been your humorous bee joke of the day. I wanted to use the big fancy scientific term for being like a beekeeper, but I don't actually know what it is. Trying to remember if there's anything cool hidden on this wall, but there's not. Alright, then there's these assholes. Please, Link, don't climb up the waist-high wall. That would be terrible. Okay, what are we going to do? You're over there being a dick. Hey, you moved away from your beam. You need to stay beamed. I could make that fall, and they would have humorous antics, and it would give me a chance to run over and grab all their weapons. That would be fun. I'd be all about that. And if I'm going to get another Boko club, I might as well use this Boko. I'm saving... That sword has a purpose. If I don't find a more powerful weapon, it's going to be necessary for Lionel destruction. Lionel Richie, the final boss of the plateau. Okay. Somebody else has to have made the Lionel Richie joke before me. Okay. Oop. Butterfly, butterfly, bake me a dream. That sounds like a poem, right? Hoop, hoop, hoop. Link is so agile, like a gazelle. You don't fucking see me, dude. Okay. We could blow that tree to fuck up and then the beehive would fall out of it. But we need to not be near. We need plausible deniability. Look, y'all, you can't grab your weapons and attack me. There are bees. Bees, I tell you. Even being an old-timey prospector isn't enough to make the bees. I eat the talking bees because I'm George Washington Christ. The bees are my only ally in an uncaring world. Why don't you follow me over here, Mr. Bokoblin? Does he know that bomb's there? He must have. We fucked this whole plan up so terribly. Well, we've reached an impasse, sir. Oh, the other one's shooting arrows at me. That's exactly what I want. Because I could farm that shit. Okay, where you at? There you are. It's not the most effective way to fight that I'm, you know, hitting his shield, but it is the way I've chosen, the way of the warrior. Okay, attack me. I need to hit you before your HP comes back, idiot! I'm so bad at fighting in master mode. Well? Okay, good. I was going to reload my fucking save anyway. Jesus, did I fuck that up. I hate that in master mode at the beginning of the game you can't just fight the enemies. I mean, there's a line between making the game slightly more difficult and challenging and just making it tedious. And I don't think Miyamoto realizes what that line is. I'm telling you, he's hanging out with Miyazaki. If he'd have been around him a little bit longer, then all you would fight is like 20 knights at once, because that's Miyazaki's favorite thing. All boss fights need to be against 20 knights at once. 20 knights at Freddy's. Okay, we're going to actually do this like we should have to start with. Even if it uses up an arrow. The bees are supposed to get over that of them before they have a chance to grab all their fucking weapons and shit. Like, seriously. Something's off. I will take this Corsair bee honey. It's my favorite StarCraft unit. Alright, let's set the Boko Club on fire and then beat this goblin with it. Okay, yeah, I died. That's a given. Maybe I should just stop fucking around with these goblins. Maybe. Just maybe. Nah. Oh, I keep forgetting if I talk during loading screens, I'm less likely to edit them out. I need to get deadly silent whenever I die. Alright. B antics don't seem to work as good in master mode. Either that or I'm just bad at the game. I think it's a little column A, a little column B. I could just leave these goblins alone, but I don't want to. Maybe last time I ran up too quickly before the bees had a chance to do their magic. Let's see if we can get to their weapons before they do. If we take a more side route. Make sure Lionel Richie's not got his baleful gaze on us. Okay, we're over here now. There's their weapons. Of course, I do want that one to actually get his bow because I want to collect the arrows he shoots. I'm not going to be able to ambush either one of them because they're looking at each other with their eyes. Tell you what, we're going to create a new save point. We're going to be Subaru and create a new restore point to be reborn from death, and then we're going to shoot this fucking thing down. They're going to run over and grab their... So he just saw me? Something about that seems like horse shit. Like, seriously, he shouldn't have saw me that easy. Alright, you get your bow. Johnny grabbed his bow. Alright, he's fighting that shit. How about you? That's right, get some more... He's gone. He took off for greener pastures. I would stop and heal, but honestly, I don't really care if he kills me right now. Because I'm just trying to figure shit out. See if I can get him to shoot some arrows into this tree. Or kill me. That's another possibility. Alright, I remember not to talk during that intro. We can get a couple of stealth arrow shots from here. That would certainly speed things along. You don't have weapon. You're like John Freeman. I always make that reference, and I always will. Alright, my club's probably going to break before I can kill him, of course. Yep, just like that. And then I'm going to throw a bomb. That'll finish him off. Good. I like how things are progressing. So damn, I killed the one that would be shooting arrows at me. Fuck. No free arrows for us. Tell you what we'll do. We'll play the safe way, which is what you got to do in master mode. You got to be a master of cowardice, because we're just going to run away till he resets, and then we're going to sneak up on him and get some stealth strikes and shit. That's right. Go back to your empty life, Mr. Bokoblin. What are you smelling? You're like a dog when you're trying to get it to go outside, and it just wants to smell things. And I'm like, stop smelling things and shit. My God. Oh yeah, a no weapon. There's so many butterflies escaping from me. Even though I'm a butterfly collector, which also has a very scientific sounding name. I believe there's an episode of Venture Brothers named after the hobby. Alright, we need something to one-shot this motherfucker. Probably this club right here. If not one-shot him, it'd hurt him. He'll know it's coming. Although we do want to use up our weapons we've already used. I'm telling you, son, min-maxing the inventory is harder than anything. Harder than fighting Ganon. It's probably why Link lost to Ganon 100 years ago. He was like, I don't want to use the Master Sword. It'll run out of batteries. He's like, I'm going to hit Ganon with this stick. And Zelda's like, what? Nani? Sneaky, sneaky Link with his sneaky, sneaky spear. Hello, Mr. Goblin. I'm going to stab you. Yes, I am. You motherfucker! I was creeping up in stealth mode. This whole fucking difficulty is horse shit. Now, if we want to use flurry rushes to beat him, I hope he has to actually attack me again. See, look! All of his fucking HP's coming back during this shit. It's like we didn't do anything to him. Is that the point of master mode? Not to use tactics? My sphere is going to break during this. In fact... There. Ugh. I'm so upset at nothing. Alright. We'll wait for those bees to be done being mad. There's a lot of bee puns in there that I didn't intend, but I don't regret them. Okay. We're doing it, kids. We'll get there. Don't worry. Your old Uncle Tenfey knows what's up. Another bow that we'll be able to get later. You may wonder why I don't just drop the bow I'm currently using, but that's because the bow I'm currently using is actually a decent bow. So it wouldn't be worth dropping right now. I'm hoping these barrels would have fucking arrows in them, but we're not that lucky. Okay, we'll get this plateau cleaned up. We'll clean up this plateau's act and help him get oh God, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Whew, we just barely escaped detection from Lionel Richie. Don't you need a fucking hobby, dude. You fucking half horse, half lion motherfucker. What's real on you? Okay. I guess we should save. Not actually killed 2 enemies. It's like playing old JRPG. You gotta save after every battle, son. You never know when you're gonna accidentally wipe. And then when you save, you got to save an additional time because you got to be like, did I save? I think Pro ZD or whatever his name is did a humorous vine about that. Now I remember earlier that I couldn't remember if there was a Korok seed over here, but I'm convinced there is a Korok seed underneath a magnet thing over here. I know there is. Y'all call me crazy. Y'all think I'm Mel Gibson in conspiracy theory, but I'm not. I'm Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon. It's a different level of craziness. We're going to figure this out, kids, lads, and lasses. I've already picked up and thrown that rock once. It's just a very fun rock to throw. Get off the wall. I'm so angry at Link for no reason. There you are. I knew you were down here somewhere. Dick. You get to live up there now. It's a Korok under a rock. Which means it's my favorite thing ever. It'll brighten my mood up right quick. Here you go, buddy. Oh, I'm so glad they put that little animation and sound effect into the game. It does my heart good. There's a fucking sword up here. Well, I'll be damned. I had no idea. No more melee weapons. When there are no more melee weapons in hell, Link will throw a spear. At hell's heart, I stab at thee. What if Feroce was right there and it hit him in the eye? I'd be like, you deserve it for being a big creepy dragon. I guess we're gonna keep burning through Boko clubs. The Boko King Kids Club. That's a really big stretch, man. Seriously. Alright. Back to eliminating all life. Well, most life. We'll leave just a hint of life. Just a smidgen. We'll leave just enough for people to know what they lost. Is that a frog? Frog, are you listening? Frog, you're my new friend. He's hot-footed. Check it and see. He's got a fever 103. It's pretty fucking high for a frog. No, Frog Senpai! No, don't do it! I thought he was going to jump off a cliff, but he decided to phase out of existence. Both are equally insulting. He'd rather not exist than to spend a moment in my inventory and then get cooked into an elixir. Guess that's a Sophie's choice, right? You're like, no, not really. I'd probably choose non-existence over being, you know, boiled into an elixir. That sounds like something the Baba Yaga would do. Boil you into an elixir. She loves that shit. Why is the Baba Yaga such a bitch, anyway? Her name is so similar to Baba Yetu, which is like a very pretty song from Civilization that like won a bunch of awards. And I'm not being sarcastic. It's a genuinely pretty song. Okay, there's goblins afoot over here, I remember. We actually killed those goblins somehow. We used up everything we owned. And half the things that we've theoretically could put a down payment on, and they're gone now. We'll never get them back. Alright, Sneaky Sneaky Link. That's what Master Mode is. They should call it Sneaky Sneaky Link Mode, because you have no other options. Oh, well, at least this shit reset. Okay, this time, what we're going to do is push the boulder down there. They're going to get blown up. We're not going to let the fire hit us. And before their HP can start regenning, we're going to jump in the air and use some slow-mo headshots to pick them off. It's going to be super fucking sweet and MLG. And y'all are going to think I'm really cool when I do it. Guys, come back. I got it to be MLG. God damn it, I'm not MLG at all because Link didn't jump off the thing. He did like a little half-hearted side hop. Okay, you can't both be stun locked. I've learned something. Where are my fucking bombs? Is it? Is my Boko Club badly damaged? Imagine that. Imagine fucking that. Give me a flurry rush. Okay, there we go. Alright, you can stop attacking, Link. Your shit's already broke. The weapon's not going to survive this, but it should get his HP low enough that I can finish him off with some other shit. Traveler Claymore! Whew! That felt more combat-y. If my original plan had worked, we'd have been super cool, but that's okay. Sometimes being cool involves looking stupid. I'm cool enough to not be bothered that I look stupid. That makes me the true cool guy. If this was some sort of high school PSA. You all might be chicken, but you're turkeys? I want that stick! I'm so desperate now that I'm taking Boko sticks. Genuinely. I want your arm too. Everything you own now belongs to me. I like that it's still trying to grab things. Would you use a Boko skeleton hand to jerk off? They call that the Stranger de la Mort. I'm sorry, I didn't say that in perfect tone of voice. I mean, they call that or La Stranger de la Mort. Oh, if I was Jean-Luc Tenfey, the burly French Canadian lumberjack, I'd be like, ho ho. When I am out in the woods topping trees with explosives, sometimes I require companionship. And since there is none to be had, I use the old La Stranger d'Amour. Ho ho. Ho ho. They're like, is that a very fancy way of saying you jerk yourself off with a skeleton's hand? I'm like, oui, oui, sir. It seems you have seen to my core. My core, she is brown and ripe like the core of a pomme de terre. I think that's how you say apple. You are getting fucking stuffed shot out of 10. Whoop, 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 whoop. He suspects nothing. What the fuck? It like went between his ear and his forehead. I'm gonna go find that arrow. Time's arrow. Remember that time Data got his head knocked off in the 1800s? And then Mark Twain was there, and he was like, Mr. Data, I believe you're here from the future to sabotage us. I declare, I'm Samuel Clemens, a.k.a. Mark Twain. And Data was like, that is not correct. We are here because time travelers use a magic snake bag to steal the souls of people. Also, Guinan is here for some reason. And then Captain Picard, like, poked Data's head with a paper clip to tell him a message to the future. It's a weird two-parter in TNG. I'm just letting you all know. Look at them when they're asleep. They're like little angels that I'm going to murder. Okay, we need all of their things. Okay, we got his shield. Yeah, the enemies are much more lively in Master Mode. Like, you can't fucking get shit past them. And I blew myself up with a bomb. I hate Master Mode. I hate it so fucking much. This is some bullshit. Let me eat one of my fucking heals. Delicious. More like delicious. We're gonna cook these Hyrulean basses, son. Dat bass. Come here, fish man. You're my friend, my good friend, and I'm gonna eat you up. I can't collect them. Hey, y'all are still here. How you doing? Just floating around, huh? Those goblins, yeah, they're not gonna go back to sleep ever. Son, they're just going to set up drinking coffee and fucking telling scary stories so none of them go to bed. So I'm never going to get that element of surprise back. And I don't feel like going in there and using every fucking weapon I have to try to kill 2 of the 3 of them. So we're going to have to come up with a different plan. Maybe Operation Clear the Plateau was a mistake. But I'm going to stick to my gun. Oh wait, I could hit them with magnet boxes. I always forget that that's a thing. Well, hey y'all! How you doing? Excuse me, sir. I have to kick your friend's head off a ledge. And there you go. Okay. You have a traveler spear, and I want it. No, put that down. You crowd fucking need a hobby. And off you go. Okay, cool. Let's do some fucking inventory management to get that spear. Okay, we can drop you. Not you. Get out of the fucking menu. Give us the worst goddamn control. Y'all still over there? Y'all still awake? No, they went back to bed. One of them must have forgot to bring his copy of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, so they were actually able to go to sleep. It's going to take me until morning to swim across this tiny fucking body of water anyway, so it doesn't matter. I bet that water's cold, but it is pretty and clear. It's pretty clear how cold that water is. Does that count as a joke? I don't think it does. Okay. Back to stealth tactics. Stealth link. Alright, they're asleep. I guess in Master Mode, if you don't have your fancy ninja pajamas that you can get later, then you have to be extra fucking double sneaky when you sneak up on enemies. I guess we'll use this thing to try to get some stealth strikes. Oh, okay. Is there a limit to how much HP they regen? Because he didn't get back up to full, so that's good. I guess we're going to have to use hit and run tactics. Stealth strike and then get beat feet. Holy shit, we one-shotted that poor motherfucker. I love it. I love how this is going. I love it when a plan comes together. Yeah! My dick is rock fucking hard right now. One more for the road. Holy shit, y'all. I did something competent. You must have been so surprised. One of y'all was sitting there watching this, and you were like, oh, Tenfey's going to try to do a plan to sneak up on some enemies and kill them. And I'm so confident that he can't do that properly that I'm going to take a big old sip of my pina colada, because you're sitting in a beach chair while I'm doing this, watching me play. Next thing you know, son, I'm in there like a master thief. You just spewing shit all over your monitor. All right, we want this traveler sword so we can drop you. A very common sword. Not common enough. I want about 80 of them. All right, let's cook fish. One fish should give us a pretty decent fucking heal, right? 2 heart heal. Ain't bad, son. And if we were to combine that fish with a mushroom... Yeah, fish and mushroom skewers. Somehow that sounds delicious. And we can cook a couple by themselves. Ain't nothing wrong with 2 hearts, son. That's a respectable amount of hearts for food to restore. I'm telling you. We'll keep one fish just to have burn a hole in our pocket, son. For the old one fish Monty. We're blowing up all these barrels in the hopes that they have arrows in them. Which I guess when you blow them up like this, you tend to, everything goes flying. If one thwack from the hammer will open them, I'll accept it. Let's see. That is cool looking. I don't know if that's the most efficient way to do it, but I'll be damned if I'm going to open these motherfuckers any other way now. Because that's swag as hell. Yes, an arrow. Okay, back to business. Back to business. Is this... Yeah, okay, cool. We're doing it. Butterfly. I want you. Butterflies are pretty. Pretty delicious, because I'm going to eat them up. Okay, cool. We got a campfire. Do we want to make any elixirs or anything while we're over here? What have we got? You know, one thing I do want to do is take 5 of these and drop them. And now we have red choo-choo jelly, which is super fucking useful. I'll tell you why later. You have to click first. It's a secret BuzzFeed article. This red choo-choo recipe is amazing. This housewife dropped 50 pounds with red choo-choo jellies. Nutritionists hate it. This red choo-choo jelly secret will give you perfect teeth. Your orthodontist doesn't want you to see it. And this red choo-choo jelly has giant tits. Please click the thumbnail. These are all my BuzzFeed clickbait articles. We missed an ancient gear. Ancient gear. You knew. Alright, there should be just a few more camps. No, actually there's several camps of bokoblins left for us to kill, isn't there? There's like the 2 over here hanging out under a rock. Yeah, there they are right there. We could just keep sleeping at campfires and stealth striking them with the Traveler's Claymore. Or a, you know, more powerful weapon than Traveler's Claymore, I suppose. It's a good plan. There's also a Korok seed here in the woods that we haven't gotten yet. We've got a lot on our plate, son. It's almost like this game is in the frontier and is respiration of some sort. I should be cutting down trees with bombs this whole time, and I will. Actually, it takes a long time to do this until you upgrade the bomb rune, because the upgrade makes them like the cooldown. It like halves it, so maybe we won't top too many trees. I hear pigs. There's like a hollowed out big ass tree trunk around here. And she's going to be like, oh, hey, y'all. I made you some baked goods. My character in this cartoon is very strange because I'm always trying to sleep with this 12-year-old boy. Pigs! No! Pigs! My one true enemy! They're the incarnate of Ganon. Also, I guess those goblins heard me fighting pigs. Or they're fighting a pig? Did y'all kill a pig? Man, but goblins fucking fight too much. Pig. We meet again. When we last met, I was but the learner. Now I am the stick-a-hog master. They just run forever. Also squirrels. I told him the old 3 big poke. So I mastered that on prom night. Okay. Here we go. We gotta touch flowers. I also mastered that on prom night too. All these things are referencing vaginas in case you didn't know. You motherfucker, you are lucky there is not a rock nearby for me to drop. Is there a rock nearby to drop on his head? Stasis. What's that over there? Oh, it's a mushroom. Mushrooms are like the rocks of living tissue, right? In Oracle of Seasons, you mushrooms are rocks unless it's fall. It's the only time of year you can pick them up and move them out of the way. So, there you go. I taught you something? Did I? There was a cooking fire. Why are you pulling that out like it's the first time you've ever done it? There's a cooking fire over here. And then we can use that to make it nighttime. And then we can use nighttime to murder people. It's like pottery. It rhymes. You're not lit? You're not lit either. What's happened? I don't want to use any of my red juju jellies for this nonsense, but I guess I have to. That's why I have them. And there you go. There's your Tenfey Pro Tip. We can actually take a few of these and convert them into red juju jellies because I don't have much use for white ones. I will later, but not right now. Alright, we need to cook some more. Acorns and herbs. Acorns and herbs, my favorite pen and paper role-playing series. You play... I feel like 1 herb and 1 acorn would make a full heal for us right now. Yeah. In Acorns and Herbs, what do? You play as chipmunks. It's part of the Rescue Rangers expanded role-playing universe, of course. Sauteed nuts. That's not a very good recipe, but I am going to eat them. Delicious. Okay. Regardless of all that, and its humorous skits on Nickelodeon, we are going to like this shit. And we are going to rest until night. Preferably at the Roxbury and not at the museum. There we go. Now we want this goblin encampment over here to fall asleep so we can murder them with a very large sword. Fireflies? Or just the hints of fire. No, there's one right there. We could be using these fireflies to make sneaky elixirs, now that I think about it. If we get to a situation where sneaking just doesn't seem possible, we'll use sneak-enhancing drugs. We will get an asterisk put by our name, though, in the record books. I want to farm some arrows off this asshole. Why am I wielding a torch like it's a weapon? Can I get that? No, damn it. I don't know, like, the weird criteria on why arrows can be farmed or not. Like that. Can I just stay here for 45 minutes? Hey, stupid, I'm over here. I'm the hero of time. Shoot arrows at me. Oh, no, a spooky skeleton with a bow. Whatever will I do? Did that stick into something? I can't tell. I think it did. I'll just keep whistling Dixie at him, son. He's like, that's not Dixie! I'm like, look at the skeleton. Fuck those music theory all of a sudden. Look at all this loot! I can't hold all these arrows. They're like limes. Yeah, baby. Give me that good shit! I can't tell if there are arrows. Are there arrows? Yes! God damn it, I love it. Actually, can't you just hold your shield up and if it's wooden, like arrows will stick in it? I guess it does break your shield, though. It's a downside to that. No, nothing. Try it again. Stupid. Oh god, my taunts boosted his adrenaline. He's too powerful now. I can't spend all night fighting you. I just realized I have to kill goblins in a minute here. Shoot one more arrow. Here, hold this for me. Thank you. He's very... he's quite the gentleman. What are you gonna do now? I got your head. Stupid. And I'm gonna kick it over here and throw a bomb at it. He's like, don't do that. I'm like, no, it's too late. I'm going. I miss. Fine, I'll kill you with my spear. This is what you want so fucking bad. Just a regular ass boko bow. No spikes to be seen. No spikes beagles or evil / good vampires or purple dragons or nothing. Okay, that's the pit where the rock monster is, so we're not going down there just yet. There's some more bees. Here, you crowd, hold that bomb for me for just a second. Booyah. Now we wait for them to stop being mad at the world. Or are they dead? Did we murder all bees simultaneously? Isn't that happening in real life? Like all the bees are dying? It's like, where have all the bees gone? I'm like, into Hershey's Bees and Cream? And they're like, no. I'm like, sorry. I base all of my information off confectionery commercials. It's a bad habit. I should probably rectify it at some point. Alright. That goblin encampment is over. There's one over there. But there was also, there's one over here. Yeah, there it is. Let's bebop and scat through the woods. My preferred method of travel through the woods. And then we'll go over here and cause shenanigans. Which means we need to save because I have a history of dying. I've died in many shenanigan-related incidents. I'm not proud of it. Alright, there's one goblin over there who's watching. But who watches the goblin watcher? I think I already made that joke earlier. God damn it, Ben! Do we want the auto? Yeah, we want the auto save. Okay. Be sneakier. Be Khajiit. Channel the orange ring-tailed Khajiit thief from that very popular Skyrim lockpick animation. And be extra sneaky. Although she does end up unlocking the door by dragon shouting a guard, but that's not here nor there. Alright, you're dead. Your friend over there will be dead soon. I like it. I like how things are playing out. Everything's coming up link. Alright, then there's this asshole. Yeah, go to hell. Oh, fuck. He woke his friend up. Nope, I won't do it. I'll load the game. Fuck you, Miyamoto. I just realized I was traipsing over here in angry silence, but I realized the only people that hurts is you, the viewer. And I won't allow it. Alright, you're dead. This is my favorite part of you being alive is your death. I should save between each kill. It would be the smart thing to do, but it wouldn't be the Tenfey thing to do. We'll wait for him to turn completely around. Like the douchebag he is. There we go. Then we'll get hung on a wall like idiots. I like how we're doing this 100% Tenfey. I look so genuinely sneaky, even though, you know, I have a claymore. Not generally known to be the sneakiest weapons. That's right. Yawn or do whatever the hell you're doing. I hope he thought about his wife and kids. I hope he shed one single bokoblin tear as I murdered him. Alright, look at you. What do you think he's dreaming about? Sugar plum fairies. He's dreaming about being in high school. And he's giving a presentation, but oh no, he's not wearing his loincloth. Everyone can see his dick. But it turns out he likes that kind of thing, so it's a good dream to him. Good on you, man. Sorry to ruin your weird exhibitionist bokoblin dream, but I have to kill you now. He's like, just when it was getting good. And the treasure chest is like, that was fucking sweet, brah. You opened the shit out of me now. I'm like, okay, dude, calm down. It's like, my skeleton chest dick gets so fucking hard when people kill people and stuff. You have no fucking idea. I rolled a rogue in World of Warcraft once and I couldn't play it. I kept coming so hard I'd go unconscious. Like, TMI, treasure chest. Opal. Okay. Let's say, before I can mess up and throw a big tantrum, it's the proper thing to do. I need a fucking F5 key in this game that I can just mash whenever I need to save. I don't remember, are my weapon slots full? They are. I don't want to drop this spear, because even though technically I've used it, I still think it has more durability than that club. Whatever. Is there enough morning left to... It's 2:50 a.m. So there might be enough morning left to get to the next bokoblin encampment and murder them in their sleep. At least I'm hoping. Hey, how you doing? Bob's your uncle. It's a shame I don't need more bokobos. Bokobos? Does that count as a joke? It's a reference. So if this was Family Guy, it would count as a joke. Okay. Collect some fireflies along the way. I'm not going to get over there before the sun rises, I don't think. The sun also rises. If I could at least stealth kill their watch goblin, then we'll be alright. Look at that frame rate. That's the power of the Wii U, son. We're getting that cinematic, what, 18 frames per second? Alright. Well, so far, his boys are still asleep, so I could probably stealth strike, or stealth kill at least him. And if I could just make a campfire and then sleep until night. What do you think, dude? Up in the tower? Okay, his friends woke up, but I'm not worried about that right now. How you doing? And you're dead. Did his friends notice? They didn't. They're too busy dancing and chortling and having a grand old fucking time at the Grand Ole Opry. They're like, "Do you hear Garth Brooks is showing up?" I'm like, "Garth Brooks!" And they look over in the woods, and I'm like, "No, my one weakness. I can't resist mentions of Garth Brooks. I really can't." There we go. And now we have a fire. Now to sit and stare at it for about 14 hours. The goblins noticed Link at one point, but he was just staring into the flame like fucking John Rambo, and they didn't want anything to do with him. Hey, there's a stable. I like it because it doesn't shake or rock about and has a good foundation. I don't know if that counts as a joke either. Do I have enough stamina to climb Stamina Tower, or whatever you want to fucking call this thing? From downtown! Okay, let's see. We gotta wait for those goblins to fucking brush their teeth and have a bedtime story read to them before we can go over there, so we might as well try to climb this shit. I think they should make this one possible with your default stamina, unless this is supposed to teach you about stamina potions. I don't know. Oh god, it looks awfully precarious. There's some kind of bird who's like, I can't tell if he's encouraging us or like detracting from us, but he's making all kinds of noise. He's gonna be fucking close, dude. Oh god, are y'all nervous? I'm fucking nervous. I was gonna say, I made one shitty stamina potion. Thank god. It'll all be worth it when I open this chest. Hell yeah! The best fucking chest. What the hell is this? Oh, I know what that is. Oh boy. Are y'all asleep yet? They're like, no. I'm like, go to sleep. They're like, who is that yelling at us? I'm like, I'm the Tooth Fairy. I got a whole bag of nickels, but naughty bokoblins that don't go to bed or eat their vegetables get nothing. They get Canadian pennies. Son, Jean-Luc Tenfey would be like, oh, it's a Canadian penny. The most proud and honorable of small copper currencies. Oh, hee. Did Canada get rid of pennies? I feel like they did. Man, the United States needs to get rid of pennies. If anybody from the Treasury Department is watching this, and I have a feeling they are, then get rid of pennies. They're fucking useless. They're like, what about those machines you put pennies in and then it stretches them out and makes a memento of, like, Dollywood or wherever you happen to be? I'm like, we could put nickels in those. Oh, look at these. Like, lambs to the slaughter, they all look up. I'm like, I gotta start get exciting. That's my biggest downfall. I'm like Naruto. If I want to be a sneaky thief, I get so excited. That's why I would be the worst Khajiit. I'd be so sneaky on my cat feet, but then I would just start yelling and screaming about moon sugar. And be like, this stealth kill makes my cat dick rock hard. Someone get me Keisha Man again. I'm going to snort moon sugar off her ass. Son, I need to write that fanfic. Okay. Boom! What do you think, chest man? He's like, dude, wait, chest man has not approved. Who dares not be dead? Oh, you. Well, all of your friends are dead, so I don't know who you're blowing that horn for. Ow. I don't want to be dead. I'm going to eat your meat. He's like, don't eat that meat. I'm like, too late. I've already eaten. It's too late. It's already digested. All right, we're going to farm arrows off of this dick because his friends are dead. And because, I mean, I'm telling you, in master mode, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them when it comes to farming arrows. I prefer to hold them, but some people are more fold them type gentlemen. If you prefer to hold them, you're more of a John Lennon, but people who like to fold them, they're more of a Ringo Starr man. It's like, what about George Harrison? Like, what about George Harrison? Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, George. I tried to bring you up in the Tenfey video. That's all right, Paul. I don't even want to be mentioned in the Tenfey. I'm like, man, George Harris is such a dick. Have we reached a limit? Was there a point where this needed to stop and we've clearly passed it? Oh, well, this guy dropped arrows, so we're all good. I'm going to go over here and hide behind a tree, and you're going to forget I ever existed. Did he forget I existed yet? Shh. I'm going to make a green bean appear on your head. He's like, what? The fuck was that? Oh, I'm just a prancing through the woods. I'm a humble gazelle. It's like, I don't think humble gazelles prance through the woods. I'm like, what do you know? Huh? Who made you an expert on humble gazelles? It's like, well, I'm a gazelleologist from Yale. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But you went there on a basketball scholarship and took some bullshit class. Man, he has no fucking idea. Well, in his defense, he probably has some fucking idea that I'm about to murder him, but not enough to stop me from doing it. Bye. What about now, skeleton chest man? He's like, fine. He's like, I was watching. You thought I was going to open without you killing that fucking archer. You have nothing coming. He's like, oh, Bros being an archer. Did you see the new season? Lana's so fucking hot. I'm like, I guess. She sounds like Leela from Futurama. He's like, dude, you read my fan fiction? I'm like, no. I did not. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do the old Boko Club What For. It's a famous maneuver. We're going to take a Boko Club. We're going to beat the shit out of these because we don't care about its durability. Well, fuck. The old Boko Club one, too. Turns out we're going to have to stick with the from downtown. Boom, chakalaka! If you don't yell NBA Jam quotes while doing a jump, somersault, hammer slam to open crates, then you're living your life wrong. From downtown! Look at all this fat loot, son. I'm just bursting at the seams with loot. I'm like a loot pinata. Or a loot zenyatta, if I embrace tranquility. What you got for me, chest brah? It's like fucking sweet, man. An opal. I'm like, these things don't help me. It's like that episode of The Twilight Zone where they rob like a train car or something full of gold bricks and then put themselves in suspended animation in a cave for 100 years so the heat would die down. And then when they break out, like their truck gets destroyed, so they have to trudge through the desert carrying gold bricks, and they slowly die of dehydration. And then at the very end, a future man shows up in his future car, and his wife's like, "What's wrong, honey?" It's like, he died in the desert, and he was carrying gold bricks, which are now worthless because we can make them synthetically. And then Rod Sterling appears and is like, "Did you see that shit? Did you anticipate that shit? I bet you fucking didn't. Rod fucking Sterling, son, get out of my house." I think I accidentally combined Rod Sterling with Jim Sterling. Okay. We're going to keep this gravy train rolling, baby. It turns out when you're sneaky as shit and murder people in their sleep, that master mode is the easiest fucking mode in the game. I had no idea. Come on, Miyamoto, step that shit up. I thought it was supposed to be hard. Miyamoto's like, "You're so goddamn bipolar." Like, no, I'm just a hypocrite. Link, you have to grab him. Yeah! Alright. Earlier, I saw a fire. Damn, I should have tagged it, because we need it to use this field here. Oh no, it's right over there. Cool. Which means we can also rest at it until midnight. They very specifically set this little section right here up for you. And I'm going to show you why. I rested at exactly 4:20. We know what Link's been doing for these, 5.5 hours. Okay, more like 4.5. Bokoblin skeletons. Look at that big fucking thing he has. I want it, and I will have it. Yes, sir. No, don't. You're going to ruin my plan. I need to not have this in my hand. Oh, God, you set... Everything went to shit so quickly. Hey, or everything was fucking awesome, and all the bokoblins burned to death. I need this, whatever... Yeah, that's right, the Boko Bat. Do you know the Boko Bat? The Boko Bat, the Boko Bat. I mean, do you know the Boko Bat? I'm asking a question. You crowd are on fire and jump around in the woods, and it's pissing me off. Every fucking bit of it. That Boko Bat would be nice, but it's going to burn up if I don't get a hold of it. So, drop you, grab you, then switch to you to get that out of my inventory, then switch back to you. God, I've confused the shit out of myself. But it's all good, man. The wind. Anyway, the wind blew was not where I wanted it to go. It significantly matters to me. Actually, that's part of the plan. You're supposed to light this shit on fire, and then the fire makes it... Look at these free fucking arrows. The fire spread... The wind spreads it down there, and then it blows all those bokoblins up because there's explosives down there. So, I was going to show you that, but nature took over. Nature versus nurture and all that, you see. Brown versus devoid of education that decided. Boo Radley versus the Mockingbird. Very famous court case. That fire is taking its sweet fucking time to go over there and murder those goblins for me. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm an elemental force or whatever. Remember that time in Star Trek when Data was trapped on a primitive planet and lost his memory, and then they didn't realize he was an android because all aliens just look like humans, and he had to go to school, and the school teacher was like, the elements are fire and air and love, and she's like, this tree branch contains fire inside of it, and Data's like, that is wrong, you are a stupid bitch. Sensors indicate your fucking idiocy is unlimited, Captain. I can't believe he heard me through all the winds and the willows. The plan to blow him the fuck up didn't work as good as I want it because it's master mode and nothing can ever die. Let's eat food. In real life and the game. That's right, we've got some 2-bite fish and meat skewers. I like it. Alright, new plan. Since a bunch of fucking crazy shit happened all of a sudden. Okay, that goblin still burned to death, so that's good. That's good. Alright, somebody's getting stealth striked for Christmas. Let's save before I fuck something up. Alright, he's not looking at me. Oh god, he might look at me at some point. You need, like, empty handgun magazines to throw in this game so that you can distract enemies. It's the only thing you can throw to distract an enemy. It's been scientifically proven. I can't tell if he's going to turn around or not. You know he's not going to until I walk out there, because Miyamoto is setting in a control center at Nintendo and can control the behavior of all enemies in the game. Just like Miyazaki does in Dark Souls. They're probably at a LAN. Like, every time one of them kills the player, they fucking high-five and get up and do their secret handshake and then fucking pour an entire Heineken mini keg over their heads. If only he knew how bad I wanted to murder him, he would just turn around and let it be done. It's like pulling off a Band-Aid, son. Some bokoblins are like, you need to wade slowly into Link killing you and get used to it. And other bokoblins are like, nah, man, you just Link kill you. If you turn to your left. Oh my God. When God opens a door, he makes a bokoblin turn around. Are we going to get him? God, I'm so fucking on edge right now. Where is my sneak strike command? There it is. I was going to be so fucking angry if I didn't get that sneak strike command. Jesus. Well, we somehow cleared this area out. Let's get the rewards for our efforts. Shit, yeah. Alright. We're doing alright clearing out the plateau, son. It started out. In fact, it started out so pitiful. How long have we been recording? Like a little over an hour? I've been uploading these in half-hour increments, but this is going to be a very long playthrough. So I wonder if it'd be better to do hour-long videos. They might not be daily, though. Doing it at a half-hour a day would guarantee there'd be a new video on the Tenfey channel every day. Tell you what, y'all can talk amongst yourselves in the comments on this video. Or the preview. Tell you what, I'll make this will be where the first episode ends. It's like an hour and some change. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. Would you rather have more frequent half-hour videos, or would you rather me do hour-long videos, but there might be a day or so that I miss because I get tired and sad? So I'll let y'all decide. Maybe even make a straw poll. Man, I hope the video's fading out and that my voice is getting quieter.